One of them being computer systems on the suspension system. It's looking for any type of body roll or anything like that where it's going to shut it down, maybe throw the ABS system on there, try to get traction back under control. You can also throw it into limp mode. Hey folks, welcome back to another vlog. Ryan Wilson here from Predator Inc. And today I've got two absolutely amazing builds sitting beside me, as you can tell. These are brand new G-Wagons. Mercedes pretty much shut down the ordering process, so you can't order a Mercedes G-Wagon anymore, which literally put them through the roof as far as pricing. Now, when they're gonna become available, I don't know, but everything on the market that was for sale for, call it $250 or so, is now $350,000. However, these two are very, very special. There's only a couple of these in the world, and these are two more going to my good friend Matt August up at August Luxury Cars up in Canada, and I think he's gonna be reselling them. He'll probably end up keeping one. I know he was threatening to keep the last one we did for him. Actually, that was the very first G² on the brand new platform that was ever built, and we built it in San Diego. That was a very trying build because we started it at the beginning of coronavirus. So we went through all kinds of supply chain issues in developing it, and ultimately we came out of that with an absolutely amazing vehicle. And we're thinking, okay, great, we've done all this work. We've got 14, 16 months of development into it. It's an amazing bulletproof truck. And we're thinking, okay, next round is gonna go really well. And sure enough, we got hit with another blow from coronavirus. So I'll get to that in just a minute. But on these trucks, in short, what you're looking at is the G². And what that means is we've added portal axles or geared hubs to both of these trucks. A portal axle or a geared hub is a gearbox down here in the wheel. And what it has is an input up high and then the output down low where the wheel sits. So what that does is it retains all the drivetrain up extremely high. And in this situation, you're talking almost 2 feet of ground clearance on these trucks. I mean, they're just absolute beasts. It also pushes them out a lot wider than the stock G-Wagon. I think it's about 6.5 inches, 6 inches wider on each side. So you're talking over a foot wider on the truck. So it really adds a lot of width to the truck. On top of that, it's a lot taller too. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for that ground clearance out of the truck. Ultimately, that results in a truck that's absolutely enormous. We're talking almost a foot higher than a standard G-Wagon. We're running 35-inch tires on them. It's designed and developed for extreme off-roading. Up in Canada, I know Matt would be using them quite a bit in the snow and foul weather, but beyond that, kind of abusing these trucks, I just don't see that happening because they're absolutely, works of art. They're just about to go up to Matt's shop, August Luxury Cars in Canada, and I think he's gonna be selling them. My choice is the green one. We've done a couple of the black ones now. Love the black. They're definitely a really popular color, but something about the green and the carbon accents is just incredible. And that's a paint. So they did an awesome job, very cutting edge for Mercedes to come out with a paint job that is at this level. Great, great looking truck. And also with the red accents on the calipers, really sets it off. So it gives you kind of like that rough and rugged look, but then the carbon fiber accents just kind of finishes it off. So I really like that contrast where you have something that's really aggressive looking and then also has that refinement to it, which this truck does. Getting back to the build, I mentioned that coronavirus hit us again. We got the trucks in, Matt's like, hey, I'm gonna send down a couple trucks. How soon can you get them done? I was like, you know what? We're geared up. We're in production on a lot of these parts. A couple parts I need to manufacture, which are the carbon fiber components on here. He said, okay, cool. I'm gonna ship them on down. They showed up a few days later and we got into the build process. We have a shop just down the street. A good friend of mine has a carbon fiber business and develops and builds a lot of our carbon fiber parts. That's one of the few things that we don't bring in-house. I mean, we do everything here in-house, full engine rebuilds on the Duramax diesel engines, all the way to custom interior upstairs to full restoration work, paint work, but that's one thing we don't do is a carbon fiber work. What happened was he started working on some components for us that we needed, and he got very sick with coronavirus. Ended up going to the hospital, was at the hospital in ER for about a month. Fortunately, he came out of it and he's doing very well. I was fortunately able to see him today. He's looking great and regaining all of his strength, and it was really good to see him. But that was another hang up that we got from coronavirus. So it's just like, it's kind of always there. It's something, unfortunately, we're gonna have to live with. We've got awesome customers as well as good friends like Matt who kind of understand that there's, you know, some issues that pop up here and there with supply chain stuff. But getting through that, we've got these trucks wrapped up. Now, backing up to the first round, we developed a whole computer system to get in there and dial in the active suspension system. So these trucks are literally cutting edge when it comes to the technology that's in there. I mean, everything, they've got sensors on everything, computer systems all over the place. One of them being computer systems on the suspension system. It's looking for any type of roll, body roll, or anything like that where it's gonna shut it down, maybe throw the ABS system on there, try to get traction back under control. You can also throw it into limp mode. So what was happening was we were accelerating under hard acceleration, front end would lift up, and then it would shift and it would dip down and then lift up again, and it's not liking that. So we had to go in the computer system, get that dialed in, get that fixed, and then also firm up the suspension so you can run it in a very firm setting where you're driving it and it doesn't do that kind of porpoising through the shifting. It's rock solid as you drive it. It's just nice and smooth. Now you can go into the suspension system, turn off that aggressive setting for the ride, and it goes to a very luxury, soft ride down the highway, very smooth. But then when you are going through corners, you're going up to, you know, some mountain passes, you hit that active suspension button, firms it up, and it's really firm, nice and solid, very stable feel out of the truck. Huge hurdle that we got through and had to implement on both these trucks, and they run extremely well. Because imagine, we're putting these trucks a solid foot higher than they were ever designed to be. A lot of work went into that, not only on the physical components that went on here, but also the computer system, the programming, the electronics that run all the computer systems. What we're running here on the geared hubs or the portal axles, and apologize if you're not used to it here in geared hub, that's kind of our Hummer world, the H1 Hummer, we call them geared hubs, but it's the same as portal axles. In the G-Wagon world with the G2s, they are called portal axles. So what we've done here is, because we're running the portal axles, it's pushing those wheels out quite a bit further. And when that happens, we have to cover them up with the fender flares, the carbon fiber fender flares. But we also matched them with Toyo mud terrain tires. Toyo has a number of different tires out there. And in the past, there was all-terrain tires and there were mud-terrain tires. So Toyo has kind of meshed a lot of those different tires. So you have mud terrain tires that kind of lend themselves to all-terrain tires. And that's what we went with on both these trucks. We went with the RT tires, they're 35s. It's a really good balance of on-road drivability, and they also have a very aggressive look and also aggressive function if you do take them off-road. So perfect matchup on these trucks, in my opinion. You could go with all-terrain tires, but I don't think it would fit the part on the purpose of these trucks and the capabilities of these trucks. And what we're doing is we're emulating the 2016, 17, and 18 G2. They released a couple of those out there, not too many. Kind of a notable fact there is they never released it as a G63, so it never had the power that these guys have. On top of that, it's older technology, but they were only the G550s as a squared model with the portal axles. So we're running the G63 biturbo with the portal axles on there, new body style, something that Mercedes-AMG has not done. There's talk about maybe it coming out, I'm not sure, but with supply chain issues, it's not coming out for a long time, I can guarantee you that. So getting back to the portal axles or the geared hubs, and these guys stick out almost a foot or so on each side. So huge difference. We take off the original ones, which are like probably about 4 inches, and the carbon fiber fender flares that we're running now are about a foot wide on each side. So huge upgrade there. We're also running the carbon fiber light valance up on top of the roof right up here. We have integrated LED lights into those as well. So a couple little refinements there. We didn't want to go over the top where you have all this like stick-on junk on these trucks. We're trying to look for something very clean and very utilitarian, and nothing that's over the top with shiny medallions all over the place or bedazzled. So that's kind of our focus. We're very focused on utilitarian applications. We're coming from the H1 Hummer world where everything, it has kind of a purpose. So in these trucks, we're still retaining that. And again, hopefully these guys are run through the gauntlet off-roading. They'll do extremely well. They've got 3 lockers in there. You got the transfer case locker, front and rear lockers as well. So they're designed and ready to go, and especially with the squared kit on here that we designed and developed and installed on these guys, they can go through quite a bit of off-road terrain without any issues at all, and hopefully they do that. So let's go ahead and get these things out on the road and take them for a cruise. All right, folks, so I hope you enjoyed this vlog as much as I have, developing the system and running these trucks, driving them. It's just definitely been a lot of fun in being a part of this and being part of such an amazing team here at Predator and developing this system. Shout out to Florencio. He did an amazing job on wrapping up both these trucks for the last few months. Definitely some of the best work that I've seen out there. So thanks for watching. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button down below, and then also check out my buddy Matt August's company, August Motor Cars, and both these trucks may be for sale. I hope, Matt, you keep this truck because this thing's insane. That's my favorite. I don't know why. I love the color, but keep it. Until next time, thanks for watching. See you guys soon.
No, I know, but it was a Cookie Monster.
Oh, what are you... Come here, come here. What are you stealing over there, Randy?
Nothing.
I saw something in the drawer. What? Hey! Wait, what are you stealing, Randy?
Nothing.
Here, we need to use nothing.
Nothing.
What's
I'm
in
going
your
to admit
hands?
on film.
What's in your hands?
Nothing.
What's in the other hand? Well, hold both hands out.
Hey, what happened? Oh, it's the 5-second rule, and it didn't hit the floor. It landed on the box, so you're good.
So good. Oh, wait, the
Hey, the other one didn't even touch the floor.
other one hit the turf. So
Hey,
it's still good.
oh man, it's perfect.
Well, that's one way not to eat these things. I'll throw them away.